I think one way to engage young people in the Word who want to is to do it with them. To get alongside them, meet them at a cafe, meet them at McDonald's, and actually go through the Bible with them. Do it as a relational way. So get into a public space, why not, and do life and the Word together publicly. Get into it, pray together, ask questions together, read the same passage, and really wrestle with God's Word together and help them extend not only as they read the Word, but they're doing it in a public place, which means that their faith becomes more open. They become more open to want to engage God in a real and authentic way. I wonder about a passage, or actually maybe even start with a book. So there's plenty of great, start with any one of the Gospels is fantastic. Or start with a life in the Old Testament. So maybe look at the life of David or Jonathan or Daniel and actually start investigating somebody's life in the Old Testament. Or in the New Testament, maybe looking at the life of Paul. It's a great way to kind of follow someone's journey through the Word. I think doing it consistently, more often, so something like a Bible reading plan, something like YouVersion online, doing that together. Another option is being able to do it as a group regularly and being able to connect in and ask those questions of what's God's been speaking to me in the Word during the week, and how many times have I read the Word during the week, and actually encouraging more, but actually having the space to go deeper in the more. Not just kind of that tick the box, yes, I've done my reading today, but what does it look like to read more regularly, but hear from God more regularly and be accountable for what God's speaking to me about in my everyday life. I think it's asking really good questions. So, someone says, God really spoke to me this week about what it means to share my faith. And you think, great, excellent, what are you actually going to do about that? Or how have you seen that at work in your week? Or what are you going to do about that this week? And asking those questions, but not letting them off the hook. And so if they say, nothing this week, I say, okay, well, what does that look like for next week? What's one or two things that you could do within your school, within your friendship networks, to be able to take that to the next level? But being able to remember those conversations and not let them just slide by, but actually asking the question again and again, that people think, I can't just say that God spoke to me. I need to actually action what God's doing in me and through me. Be a courageous and authentic leader. Being able to ask those questions to not only stretch yourself, but to stretch your young people. They will thank you for it in time. They might not like it right now, but they will like it later on.